Good morning from Point Retreat in Sandusky, Ohio. I'm several days into my trip now, my summer journey of 2012, and I thought I'd start today with some thoughts about my travels. And what a better place to start than talking about this place, Point Retreat. I first became familiar with this place several months ago when talking to my client, Jim Courier. Jim lives here in the Cleveland, Ohio area, where I'm from. And every week when I would try to call Jim, if it were a Thursday, Friday, Jim was always gone and at his shop, and I couldn't figure out why until one day I asked him, and he said, well, I've got a vacation home out in Sandusky. And I threw around the opportunity to Jim, or the idea. I said, well, I've got a home in the wine country. Why don't we swap? And Jim said, you know, Tom, he said, that sounds great. He said, but he said, you know, we don't need to do a house swap for you to use my place anytime you want to come in. So I took him up on the opportunity, and originally I had wanted to come out here and spend half of the week with my mom here doing some cooking videos, and then I wanted to spend the other half of the week with my dad. And my mom didn't want to come out here, so I know my mom watches my videos every day. Maybe she'll write a comment on this video as to why she didn't want to come out. But anyway, so this week, it's a big week for me. A lot of prep work to do insofar as getting ready to leave the United States and head over to Europe. I really need to get a website done for a hotel in Santa Barbara, the Casa del Mar Inn. And one of the reasons I want to do that, of course, is because I want to get paid. But the other reason I want to do it is I want to leverage that website in addition to another website I did recently for a small bed and breakfast in California. And what I will do is I'll send out an email to hotels and bed and breakfast all over Europe. And I'll just introduce myself and say that I'm going to be traveling in their area and ask if they might be interested in my services. And what I've found in the past, as many people who know me are aware of, I can usually barter for some pretty posh accommodations. So we'll see how that unfolds as the week goes. But the rest of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I've allocated pretty much to working. Thursday, Jim is going to come in. Maybe Jim and his wife will come in, and they'll be here through the weekend. Tomorrow I'm hoping my brother Brian's going to show up. He's on his way from Cleveland to Detroit, and this is right about halfway in between the two. Wednesday my brother David might come out, and then Thursday or Friday possibly my brother John might come out. So it looks like it's going to be a great week. Spending the time here with my dad, it's just you know, it's priceless. It's my dad is going on 85, and it's just a joy to be able to spend this time with him. And I know that years from now, I'll be able to sit back and watch these videos that I'm doing of him and are doing of us, and for that matter, the videos of my mother and I as well. And just all my family. So the idea of doing these videos and putting them up on YouTube, I do these more for myself than I do them for anybody else. It's just kind of my way of keeping a chronicle or a diary of my life. So it's going to be an interesting summer for sure. And you know, I've got the 1 week from tomorrow I get on a plane and I land in Amsterdam, and then it's pretty much going to be 3 weeks. I'm going to allocate 3 weeks to a nice vacation, and the first several nights I'm going to spend in Holland, and I've got arrangements taken care of. I have a client that has a bed and breakfast there, and then there's another gentleman that has a home there. He lives in California where I live, but in the summer he spends the summers in Holland. So those are the first 4 nights, and then it's down into France and Italy. And in Italy I've got a couple, Ruben and Elke. They have a home in a town called Castelrotto. I should say a village. Their village is probably smaller than Point Retreat, where I'm staying here. But they've got a lovely home in Casalotto, Italy. So gonna do some parasailing there and probably have some good pizza and just hang out. And I'm hoping to visit a hotel there called Castle Frogsburg. It's a 4-star luxury spa hotel. And I'm really hoping to visit there and then down to Tuscany. I have some friends that have a cooking school there, and they owe me a week of accommodations. So maybe I'll spend a week outside of Florence and do some tourist stuff, like go to Siena and Lucca and Pisa and Florence and all that good stuff. We'll see. But from there, it's really a coin toss. It'll be July, third week of July, and I'm not sure where I'm going to go. I'm leaning between two places at the moment. One place being Budapest, and the other being Krakow, Poland. If I go up to Budapest, I have quite a few opportunities of where I can stay, so that's not a problem. And if I go up to Krakow, maybe I could stay in Krakow for a week or two. I've got a graphic designer there named Johanna, and her family just reacquired a large estate outside of Krakow. And Johanna has promised me a barbecue at their big country estate. So anyway, we'll see what happens. That'll be toward the end of July. My return ticket is September 2nd, and who knows how the summer will go. Maybe I'll be ready to go home by the middle of August, and maybe by the end of August I'll want to stay another month or 2 or 3 or 4 or something like that. So anyway, I'm going to get on with my day. I'm not sure what it holds in store. My dad beat me in chess last night. We're playing best of 7 games. So Dad took game 1, and we'll see what happens tonight. Mamma mia! I thought it was going to be sunny all week, but look at this. This storm just blew in out of nowhere, and my God, it's just pouring, and like you wouldn't believe. So much for going for a walk. But oh, that's really something. You know, there's probably people watching this video. They say, "What are you talking about, Tom? It's just a little rain." But out in California, we don't see stuff like this. You know, we get a nice little rainstorm every now and then, but wow, really something. My dad's really good about closing all the windows and everything, so he's staying on top of that. Here comes some thunder, I think. Wow, when I was a little kid growing up around here, we used to say that that's God moving furniture. So, all right, I'm going to get back inside where it's nice and dry. All right, so this is nothing really to mess around with. My brother called and said that there's some serious tornadoes coming through here, and they've got the storm tracker going on showing that it's right on top of us. And I called Jim, and he said get on downstairs into the little utility closet. So I just came up here to turn on the TV real quick and see what's happening. But you'll see Sandusky. I don't see Sandusky on that map, but Vermilion's not too far from where we're located. And there you see all the red area. And there's Lorraine.
Sandusky, you should just be getting some light to moderate rain now. Huron, you're still getting heavy
okay,
rain,
so they're saying Sandusky should be getting some light to moderate rain right now. So that big red thing that you see, that just came through here. There's Sandusky on the left of the screen. You see Sandusky, but that storm just came right through. Okay, so one of the things that I really like about traveling with my dad is that he just he's very self-accommodating. He you know, it's just very easy to please. He's not high maintenance like you know, some like traveling with a woman would be, say, you know. So what my dad likes to do, and he's always liked to do, is he likes to read. So today I was wondering, what books is he reading? What books did he bring along for this little trip here? So he's got the Reader's Digest, We Hear You America, and then he's got a book, Coffee Is, and they have bad crossed out, and good for you. So he drinks a lot of coffee. And then there was this book called The Natural, and it says it says how to effortlessly attract the woman you want. And
it's a new book.
It's a new book. I know it's a new book, but how old are you?
What's that got to do with it? I know how to read.
Well, I know you know how to read, but I mean, you're going on 85, aren't you?
Yeah.
How to effortlessly attract the woman you want?
Yeah.
Whether you're looking to play the field or meet the one special girl, world-renowned pickup artist Richard LaRuna has you covered. So what are you looking for? Are you looking to play the field, or do you want to meet the one special girl?
Probably the one special girl.
The one special girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, right now you've got 2 girlfriends.
I know.
So I think he's looking to play the field.
Maybe.
All right, I'll let you get back to your books. So anyway, that's my dad for you. But all right, so I got to get on and get him some dinner. So we'll be back in a little bit, and we're going to play game 2 of chess tonight. You won last night. You won.
I've never lost a game.
Yeah, you lost the last time. So anyway, we'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to win game 2 tonight.
Huh?
I said I'm going to win game 2 tonight.
You think so?
I know so. All right. All right, so it's about 6:30, and I've wrapped up work for the day. And I thought that I'd take a walk. I'd like to get some exercise in while I'm in here. I usually ride my bike back in Santa Rosa. So this is the view of the condos here at Point Retreat, and our condo is about halfway up that row of buildings you see there. And this is there's a little channel that goes through here, and then over on the other side is Lake Erie. If I pan back around, you'll see the area. A lot of nature here. You know, everywhere you look, there's birds, and it's very, very beautiful. If I pan around over here, you'll see there's a lot of homes right along the lake here. So I'm going to take a walk up this road here for about 30 minutes one way, and then turn around and come back 30 minutes the other, and try to get some nice footage as I do so. Okay, I've been walking the better part of 30 minutes now up to the highway and back, and that's a nice shot of the Point Retreat condos from up the road. And as I zoom out, you can just see the beautiful nature. This is actually if I'm not mistaken, it's a state reserve here, State of Ohio Reserve, nature reserve, and it is really, it's really beautiful. It's amazing. You know, I grew up here in this area down the road, an hour down the road, and I just never knew that this area existed. Well, I knew Sandusky existed, but I just didn't know that it was so beautiful down here. So anyway, I'm gonna head back and get Dad some dinner. All right, that storm that came through, that's just a sampling of what that did. Look at that tree there. The gentleman that's cutting these trees up was telling me all the way up down the point, they're seeing the same thing. So it was quite a storm that came through here, as you can see. And they're in here cleaning it up. And you can imagine if that can do that to a tree that size, what it can do to a house. So luckily there wasn't a tornado that came through here, just the strong winds. All right, I thought I'd stop and show you this site here. There's a family out for an evening swim. The mother swan with the little babies in tow. What are there, 4 of them? You see all types of these types of scenes around here, the geese and the ducks. It's that time of the year for the babies. Your daddy's here. So this is my dad. He hasn't seen this video yet. He's watching it while I make dinner. And you can see him smiling as he's watching it. Today is Father's Day.
Yeah.
Today's Father's Day. Let's go say hi to Dad. Okay, so Monica says she has something for Dad. What do you have for Dad? Huh? It's in your bag? What do you got in your bag there, Monty? Oh! She made Dad something for Father's Day. What she made?
Thank you, Monica. A note.
Oh, and a note.
Happy Father's Day.
Uh-huh. All right, so here we are settling down for game number 2 of the Best of 7 series. Once again, white. My dad is black. Getting to a late start. It's 9 o'clock, and these games with him can take a couple hours. But I've got to beat him. I can't go down.
Wait a minute, Tom.
I can't go down 2 games to nothing.
Tom,
What?
this is in the wrong place.
We'll just move it around. Okay. All right. Okay, if you look closely, you'll see a little smile on my dad's face because he was he was hoping that I would make a mistake. But the way that this game has evolved, you can see I've got 2 castles here, and then I have a bishop down there. My dad, all he has is he's got a knight and a bishop. So we traded queens early, and he's made a mistake. He made 1 or 2 mistakes in this game, and that cost him. So if I can just hang on, maybe I'll squeak out a victory tonight and tie it 1-1. But we'll see. Who knows what'll happen? It's starting to get late, and I'm getting tired. Okay, so making a little bit of progress. I had him in check down here, and he moved his king up 1, and my next move. So now he's in a position where he's got these 2 pieces here, and my castle is just staring right down the throat. So if he's got to move 1. I mean, if he doesn't move his horse, he's going to lose it. And if he does move his horse, he's going to lose his bishop. So he's struggling a little bit here tonight. Let's see, what's he going to do?
Check.
Oh, he puts me in check. Now he's going to have a little smile on his face.
Tom.
I see. All right. He'll take another swig of his beer. Not bad for 84 years old, huh? Okay, he actually made a pretty good move. He moved his horse, his knight rather, from here to here, thus putting me in check right here. And I thought that I was going to get one of his 2 pieces. But as it would have it, so now I have to look at this and say, where can I move this piece? If I move this piece here, he'll move his horse over here and put me in check again. And if I move this piece here, he'll do the same thing. But I think if I move this piece here, he can't move that knight and put me in check. And then he's threatening, his bishop is being threatened. So anyway, we'll see how this plays out. All right, this has turned into a real grinder of a game. It's we're getting right on down there. You can see that I've got a castle and a bishop, and Dad has a bishop, and that's about it. So the object now is to try to get those pawns down to the other side and get a queen. But I've got my king right there blocking his 1 pawn. So he's kind of in a bind right there. So we'll see what plays out here in the second of the best of 7. Okay, so Dad is starting to shake his head, and if he were standing up, he'd probably be shaking his knees. But so the game, this game has taken almost 2 hours, and I think I've got him on the ropes. I've got rid of his last pawn there, and all he has left is his king and his bishop, and that's it. And I've got a bishop and a rook and 2 pawns. So, but knowing my dad as I know him, he'll take this right down to the end, and I will see if I can't just get in there and get a queen and put the poor guy out of his misery, and we'll go on to game number 3 tomorrow night. Check. Okay. So he's dragging this out, but I've got him right where I want him now. I moved that castle down in there to put him in check, and he's got to move out of check, and then I'll take that bishop.
Yeah, another mistake.
That's 2 mistakes tonight. Huh?
That's 2 mistakes.
All right. So it's a checkmate?
Huh?
It's a checkmate?
If I take your queen, that's a check.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Okay.
So I can't do that.
So
I can't take the queen.
no. So
Right.
you're good.
No.
You're good.
I made a couple mistakes.
So it's 1-1.
I know.
1-1, okay? Well,
That's all right.
do you remember when we were little kids and
Yeah.
you would put us to bed?
1-1.
You would say, we'll try again tomorrow.
Yeah, 1-1. But look at, I can't do this.
I know.
But at the beginning of the game, when you made a move, it cost me something.
I know.
So I was on the defensive for the whole game.
Yeah, that like me last night.
Huh?
Like me last night.
Right.
Okay, we'll
Okay.
try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
How about some ice cream?
Huh?
Ice cream.
When? Tonight?
Yeah,
Do you want some?
little bit.
Okay.